Well, we are live.
We are live.
Hey, we did it.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers. I haven't made mine yet. I'm working on it. Me and my perpetual state of behindness.
What's up with me today?
I was like, guys, I have a thing. I gotta go.
My husband and I were trying to plan for today, and it was like, I have to go do this thing at this time, and I have to go do this thing at this time, and I have to. And I'm like, okay, well, the kids are gonna sit upstairs and play video games and take a nap, and we're just gonna see how it goes. Yeah. It just ended up being, I don't know. It's so weird. This whole like COVID scheduling thing is fucking bizarre. All right. Let's see. Do we have anybody with us yet?
YouTube said there was one viewer.
Yeah. All right. Don't need that. I don't see anybody yet. We'll start sprinting soon, though. I think Carolyn said she was going to try to make it.
Okay.
Huh? Are you guys listening on the StreamYard side or on the YouTube side?
StreamYard.
Okay, good. I was going to say, because there's like a significant delay between the two.
Yeah, I actually was gonna. It says there's one person watching according to YouTube, but I don't know if that's just one of us.
Carolyn's here.
Hello.
All right. Who wants to call first sprint?
I don't know. I haven't partaken in one of these before.
All right. I'll do it. I volunteer as tribute.
Hi, Carolyn. My bun is just a disaster today. This has gotten worse. I don't know. We're gonna redo it again.
Let's see. Hi, Carolyn. Let's see. Okay, so how do I make a banner? There we go.
There we go. Hi, Carolyn.
Starting sprints at
Way of Kings today.
Start at 10. Ta-da.
Giving up on the high bank experience. So.
Hey, you did it.
I did it, and it made it scroll and everything.
I'm so proud of you.
To get everything done.
Making tank tops?
That's very impressive.
Like,
what are you doing to them?
are you sewing? I always admire people who can sew because, like, every time, it doesn't matter how I set up the sewing machine, who's with me, it doesn't matter. Like, it just ends up being a tangled, awful mess. Thank you.
Yeah, I was gonna just sit in my office, but there's no books in my office area. So I'm sitting on the floor by my bookshelf today. I got a bunch of pillows.
I gotta find a place to put my glass pitcher of orange juice, but I'm not gonna kick it because I'm smart.
How far are y'all in the book so far?
I have just reached chapter 7.
I think I'm just finished chapter 10. Partway through 11? Question mark.
I'm on chapter 29 because I have no chill.
On what chapter?
29.
20. Goodness. Fancy map.
Yeah. It's the beginning of part 3, which is titled The Dying, so it's super fun.
I'm always afraid it's gonna like get me, and it's gonna be like that scene from The Grinch where like he sews his fingers to the yeah, I'm a turtle reader. I'll probably be going pretty consistently with the slowpoke schedule that we've got going on.
But I also feel like you pick up on things that I'm like, wait, I was supposed to know.
Yeah, you've been putting really solid questions in the Discord at this point. So, yeah, I'm like, Yep, good questions. I've already like I don't have the same questions, but I had started like annotating to make myself read slower so I could like do book club discussions and things. And I think I fully like, and my annotation was loose because I don't like writing my books, but I got through chapter 16, like writing a little description about every chapter and stuff. And like I'm still writing down all the characters, but I stopped writing the chapter descriptions because I was getting annoyed by it. But I have all the characters, I have the magical elements written down, and I have a page called favorite things.
Nice.
I told myself I was going to annotate this one so it would be easier for me to like have discussions and stuff ready, but it slows me down so much more than I already am.
And I mean, I think you're basically kind of doing annotating when you put your thoughts into the Discord. So like they're still there. They're just in a different place.
Right. True that. 1,000 Beginnings and Endings. Carolyn, is this the one that is like Japanese mythology or folklore or It is a good system. It's like a book journal.
That's kind of what I was going for because I'm like I lend this book to like people, so I don't want to write in it, and I also don't like writing books that I'm going to read again, just because I'm like I wouldn't take away from the experience, but I just have a thing with it. So
right. How do you annotate, Sammy, at all?
With this book, I'm mostly reading on my iPad through the Kindle app, so I'm highlighting stuff. And
I love that.
6 different colors to highlight.
Yeah.
So one for people, one for magic, one for like general. I should probably remember this, that type of stuff. So.
Yeah, I like highlighting in the Kindle app too because you can go to your notes and it shows you like everything that you've done and then what color you've tagged it in, and then you can put notes on it to yourself, like stuff.
Right.
I annotate the shit out of my ebooks. I just don't do it with my physical books because it like makes me drag.
Yeah.
Asian retellings, that's cool.
It sounds interesting.
I found a similar like Japanese mythology or something. It was free on Kindle, and I'm really bad about getting free Kindle books and not reading them. And that became very obvious whenever I had my own TBR and I was putting it in this spreadsheet. It was going to be all fancy. And then I realized I have like 138 unread books, and like 100 of those are ebooks that I've just picked up for free or for $1.99.
Yep. Yeah. I was doing that a lot when quarantine first started because I was like, I don't know when bookstores are going to be open again. Like, this one's cheap. I want to read it.
Yeah.
So, like, I think my ebook TBR like exploded.
Yeah. Yeah, I wrote everything down, and then I've got it pulled up here. Let's see.
I actually just filmed a video where I just went through every single book that I have not read in my house just to do it because I'm going on vacation next week and I want to schedule some videos to go up.
Yeah.
So I also mentioned a few that were on my Kindle that I'm like have a timeline on when I want to read them, but I just have so many books on my Kindle, especially because my whole family uses it, the same account for it, so we can all share books. It's gotten to the point where I'm now old enough that my mom makes me Venmo her for the books that I buy on Amazon. She's like,
you're an adult when.
Yeah. It's funny though, because like I'm the only one that uses the Audible account really. And she uses it sometimes when she's teaching, but she's not in person right now, so that's not like something she can use as easily. But so I like every couple months I just pay the subscription. So I feel like I'm contributing to the cause because I'm like I buy so many audiobooks on here.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so like I'm at like 80 ebooks, and then I don't have as many audiobooks. Let's see, 40 to 58, so like 18 audiobooks, but almost all of my audiobooks are nonfiction. So it's like I get my nonfiction and audiobook, and then I just like decide to keep putting it off.
My audiobook count is like 160. I've read
I love that.
them though, but I also share it with my best friend. So like it feels better to pay for the, because you get the 1 credit pay after that, but it feels better if I know I'm getting 2 fresh listens out of it. Like I'll listen to it and then she'll listen to it.
Yeah.
Makes it not feel as expensive.
Yeah. So how long are we sprinting for?
We're gonna do 30 minutes.
Cool. That was just like falling. All my board games are right here next to me, and somebody was like, oh.
There you
So
go.
when we attacked my board games, we know what happened.
For sure.
I have a lot of cool board games that I want to play with my kids when they're older, but right now playing board games with them is I love them. And my older two do really well, but my younger two, it's you have to give them the dice because it's their turn. I don't wanna.
Well, it is time.
It is.
I realize that this is a heavy book for me to not have anywhere to put it. So
Carolyn, I love that most of your unread TBR is actual physical books. It makes me happy for you. Physical books make me happy.
I didn't count how many were on my physical TBR, and there was a reason for that because there's too many in my
All right, I'm going to set an alarm on my phone.
Cool. I'm going to acquire a pillow, and I'm also going to mute myself while we read. But see y'all in 30 minutes.
Yeah. All right, my alarm just went off.
Nice. I finished part 1.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I did.
And I read the first paragraph of the first interlude, and I was like, confused again. Gosh damn it.
The interludes are meant to be confusing, I think. As you read more of them, they kind of make sense. That's all.
Okay.
But I read, gotta do math in my brain, 44 pages.
Holy God. I read 10, but I also had a cat on my lap for half of it. I don't know if you guys saw that, but yeah, he was literally just chilling on my lap.
I got 12 pages.
I got through I'm on chapter 33 at this point. So lots of stuff is happening now. Whew. Very exciting.
I've got like 6 pages to chapter 8. I'm really wondering about these like recordings at the beginning of these people's last thoughts. That's gonna come up as being interesting.
I feel like that's part of Sanderson's MO, though. Like, those things are there, and then by the end of the book, you know what they're about, but until you get there, you're literally just confused.
Right. It's funny because reading a lot of his stuff back to back is oh, Carolyn said my mic is really good, so am I loud?
I mean, you're not like too loud, but
I'm wondering which mic it's
I
using.
think it's a good healthy volume.
yeah, it's just when you're not talking and just doing random stuff while we're sprinting, we can hear everything. So now you're muted. Now we can't hear you at all.
I think I need a refill on my mimosa here.
Okay, so I bought new headphones and they have a microphone on them, but I was like scratching notes and stuff, so I was like, which microphone are they hearing? I'm noticing a lot of like parallels between characters. I think I just picked up on something with Shalon, like with her drawing and stuff, that I'm like, that's kind of like the Sazed mechanism.
Yeah, her drawing is like a really cool, like what it actually does is like the way the magic works with her particular drawing is really awesome, and I'm excited to see y'all like figure it out. When it all, I don't think it comes together till the second book, so like,
Oh gosh.
it's a
Yeah, I've heard this book is just like stuff happens, but I've heard it's just a ton of like setup for the rest of
Well, that's valid.
stuff.
It's humorous to me because it's like, of course, Sanderson would need 1,200 pages of setup for that.
Well, to be fair, it's only 1,007 pages of setup.
So Sammy and I were talking at one point. We both have like the curse of having our favorite character die, and I need to know, Casey, does this happen to you too? And Carolyn, does this happen to you?
I don't think so. Way to do 8 shirts! Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't think that happens to me. I am always horribly depressed whenever anybody dies who I enjoy in the series, but I don't know, like I don't think that happens to me all the time. It's not like a curse.
I definitely feel cursed.
Yeah, I just know that there have been certain characters where I'm like, I really like. I'm like, even in YA, like they always say, "Oh, it's YA, you can't kill characters," and I'm like, I'm counting off the characters that have died in YA books, and I'm like, but you can.
I don't think I've read a lot of books lately where just a lot of characters die, with the exception of the Mistborns and things. But I don't know. I will have to ponder that.
So, like with Mistborn,
spoiler alert, anybody?
Yeah, well, like I'm not gonna give spoilers, but like I don't think a single one of my favorite characters survived in that book.
To be fair, a lot of people die.
And like, I can get that, but it's like, all of them? You had to take all of them? Like, give me one. Just let me have one.
Yeah, I honestly don't know. Yeah. Just so Kat, I don't know if you had like, are we just sprinting in this, or are we doing some of the questions that you had, or this schedule and I said we'll just check in, and I don't know.
Yeah, so like the schedules are kind of wonky because it just like all got smashed together all at once, but except for the one for Way of Kings, because Sammy helped me very intensively with that one, and she's much better at helping my scatterbrained self stay focused. So at 3:15, I'm gonna, or like maybe at even like 3 my time, so 2 your time, I'm going to like turn this one off, start a new one, and then we'll start discussion at like 3:15 for the Hero of Ages.
Okay. So, but like, are we talking about any of the questions that are in the Way of Kings questions, or is that like at the end?
I figured that would be like the end, like the discussion channel, or like the discussion questions channel are things that like in my mind, I was just sort of putting them in my pocket for discussion, for like the discussion live.
Cool. That works. I just was sorted out in my brain. So yeah, that's fun. Yeah.
And like, I'm not going to be a hard ass about any of it. You know, like if it comes up during the read-ins and it comes up, it's about talking about books anyway. So my dog is coming down the stairs.
That's fine. Yeah, that's cool.
All right, let's see. Do we want to go? All right, somebody else call the next one. I called this one, so somebody else call the next one. Rock, paper, scissors.
Do you want to do 30 minutes again, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we could do like 50 to 20.
Works for me. I'm going to use this opportunity to go get myself a refill.
Do it. Let's see. This will be 50, 20. This is fun. I like doing this part.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
Hopefully I won't get bamboozled by a cat this time, and I can actually read a decent chunk.
So we were talking about these character deaths, and I was coming to like a point with it. And I guess spoilers for anybody who wants to read the Sailor Moon mangas, but there was a character who was introduced in book 4 or 5, and I was like, oh, we haven't met this Sailor Scout yet. And then shit you not, by the end of book 5, she was gone. I was like, are you serious? Are you serious? This is a children's manga, for fuck's sake. Like, can't keep them.
That's funny. Yeah, the one that I think I would have chucked the book across the room was the 3rd book in the Court of Thorns and Roses.
Oh yeah.
Because like, yeah, I would not have been okay with that. Like, you're reading it, and the sentence is there, and then you turn the page, and I remember I turned the page, and I looked at my husband, and I was like, I'm going to sit here, and I'm going to wait, and I'm going to turn this page back, and if it still says what I think it says, I'm going to chuck this book.
Have you guys seen that comic where it's like, I know that Nathan W. Pyle did one that was similar, but there's like this thing that's like, I'm going to sit down and read and relax, screams, throws book, cries, so relaxing.
No, like, nobody like super yet in Mistborn Era 2 that I've loved has died, but there's also still another book. And most of the people in Mistborn Era 1 died in the last book. So there's that. I will have some severe issues if my characters die in that book. I liked Mistborn Era 2 a lot more than the first one, personally. So I will rage if everybody dies. Like, I will not be okay. Yeah, I don't.
So my understanding is that Mistborn Era 2 is like more character driven, and like not really as high stakes as Era 1. Also, we're supposed to start reading now, but
That's fine.
Yeah, no, I would say it's definitely more character driven. There's also a lot more. There's more than one main female character. That's pretty cool just for that. I said there's a lot. I'm like, that's not true. There's just more like main female characters, which is awesome. And then
okay.
I like the whole steampunk vibe where like people are basically in the Wild West, but like with guns and metal magic and stuff. And also, there's a lot of people that are. This is not really a spoiler at all. It's like you find out like the first page, but there's a lot of people that are what they call twin-born. So they're both ferochemists and allomancers.
Ooh.
So people can do all the stuff, and it's really cool. And actually, you learn a lot more about like they basically rebuilt some of the terrace culture, which is really cool to see in these books because that's kind of a lot of a mystery in the first era. I liked it a lot. It was good.
I'm excited about that one because it seems like it's going to make it to where all the sacrifice that happened in Era 1 is worth it.
Absolutely.
Right. All right, let's go. Let's go.
Reading. Sorry. We're only 1 minute behind.
Okie dokie. I am still in part 1, Brian.
I'm in part 3. I put something in the chat, but I don't know if that is visible to people. But anyways.
No, that's a private
It
chat.
says like in the
You'd have to
but it
come
says with
YouTube for it to show up, I think.
Yes, I am on part 3.
Oh, it doesn't let you guys comment while we're in StreamYard? That's dumb.
Nope. Yeah, not even like a comment box.
You'd think that would be good, but
I'm between. Oh, my husband just got home. Apologize. I'm between parts 1 and 2. I'm gonna just say hi to him real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, Brian, I just Carolyn, what are you reading? Or you already mentioned it earlier, sorry, but yeah, you're reading. I'm on chapter 35, and in this last one, I believe I got 26 pages and uploaded a video to YouTube.
I got 9 pages. Shalon's chapters are very slow for me. I used to dislike her character. I'm starting to dislike her character less, but I don't know. I like Kaladin so much more that reading Shalon is like, ah.
I do love Kaladin with my entire soul, but Shalon grows on you. She just she is a slower start because she basically is like keeping so much of her personality hidden that when you start to actually see it, things go wild. So
right. I know, right? Kate's being naughty, barking at people. Jessie, she was laying here, and then she decided to wander off. My husband is home, so she might be upstairs. My dog has more furniture than any dog I've ever met. She has a bed in my office. She has a chair in our bedroom. She has a bed in our bedroom, and she's allowed on all the chairs and couch in the living room. My husband's upstairs playing games, so I imagine she's up in her chair in the living room. Because she's a brat.
what kind of dogs do you have or cats? I'm not sure what the species was.
Jessie is a dog. She is a black lab pit bull mix. Yeah, she's a cutie pie. And she's ornery. All right, Casey, your turn.
I say we do just 30 to an hour, because that way we can give Sammy a few minutes to hop back in here. People can take potty breaks, drink refill breaks, etc.
All right, cool. So 30 to the top of the hour.
Considering I'm attempting to get my nails really quickly, I will take a few more.
You're just like playing the overachiever today.
I need my vacation. And Tuesday, I'm very excited. So, I can talk.
Oh man, the vacation would be cool.
Less excited about getting on an airplane right now because of the pandemic, but apparently it's the cleanest it's ever going to be. So I have to do it.
I mean, like, while I totally get it for anyone who's like maybe high risk or has people who are high risk in their family, and I'm not sure what like your situation is. I know that okay. So like I would not be too thrilled about it if I was high risk, but I know a couple of people who are like, I can't get on a plane right now, and like they're perfectly healthy and they're fine. And it's like, listen, you're not going to be any more exposed on a plane than you would have been anything else right now. If you're not high risk or around someone who's high risk, then you're probably going to be fine.
Southwest is currently the only airline still underselling its tickets. Like they're only putting available 2/3 of capacity. So I'm flying Southwest, and also in the airport and on the airplane, everybody is basically required to wear a mask. So as long as everybody wears a mask, you can't get COVID. So.
Right. Well, and like, on an airline, they should have the ability to actually enforce that. I know my husband works at the library, and like they have a thing that says people should be wearing masks, and like if they're getting one-on-one attention, then they have to wear a mask. But they don't actually, like, our governor sort of overlooked, our governor and our people kind of like overlooked the fact that libraries are government buildings and community spaces, and they can't, like, they don't have anything helping them right now with enforcement of that. So it's been really fun.
So I know the airport can enforce it. The airline can't technically enforce it, but from a person, I mean, they can say it's mandatory, but they can't like physically put the mask back on you or make you wear it correctly. But my friend just flew on Southwest and says the Southwest airline attendants publicly shame you into wearing it properly. So I'm excited about that. It's going to be entertaining.
So are you going? I feel like I missed the beginning of this conversation.
I am going hiking in Utah for a week.
Nice.
That's fun. I'll be right back while you guys are chatting.
How much of the book have you read, Sammy?
I was reading on my iPad because I was like, if this is confusing, I'm gonna need to highlight stuff. So I think that that reading section, I got almost through the first interlude. I think I've got like a couple pages left.
Nice.
Of the last interlude, and then I'll be in part 2.
Very cool. Very cool.
So I like how each part tells you the people that you're gonna, like, the perspectives you're gonna be reading from. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I do like how the perspectives are done in this book. I listened to the Mistborn books on audiobooks, so I don't know. Do they tell you for every chapter who is narrating, kind of thing?
No, it's just like the first thing that's said is just like, you know, you figure out what perspective you're from, like the first couple sentences or whatever.
Thanks, Carolyn. I was feeling frisky, so I ordered some delivery grocery store nail polish, and this is the one that brought me. I'm very bad at painting my nails, and I don't really care, so I kind of just like paint them really grossly, and then I peel it off. I clean it off after it dries. I'm just like, it's fast. It's faster this way. Yeah. I have posted, my video has uploaded to YouTube. Exciting. By the way, everybody, I have a YouTube channel. It is the name of my StreamYard sign, and if you don't follow me, you should go check me out. I'm new at YouTube, so I don't have very many videos, but it's fun.
Yep. While I open this soda because it's going to be loud.
I just got to the good part. Like, I'm so excited. I'm not going to say anything because y'all like haven't gotten there yet, but the thing has happened with Kaladin and things are going to get cool. I'm very excited.
Yes, Kaladin is my favorite so far.
Yep. Uh-huh.
We were talking about this earlier about how that bodes badly for him. Because my favorites always die. So, I'm just prepared.
I don't have commentary on it, but I will cry if he dies. He just is not dead yet, is what I can say.
So he's alive through 3 books.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have nearly 5,000 pages of Kaladin available.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Green nail polish. I love green. Green's my favorite color.
Really?
Yeah.
Green is also my favorite color.
I love green.
It's just it's a happy nature color. It's a good time. I think forest green is my favorite shade of green, but I like all. I'm not green.
Yeah.
I'm not green preferential. I like all of them.
So, like, I feel like it's stupid hard to find stuff in that shade of green. Like, everybody's about lime green. And then anytime, I shouldn't say now because I don't actually leave my house now. But whenever I left my house, once upon a time in the far past, anytime I would see somebody with like a forest green or a shamrock green piece of something, I was like, I love that. It's so nice because you can't find it. It's so hard.
I think most of my YouTube videos are filmed in my green Guinness t-shirt just because I like the color so much.
Oh God, I love Guinness too.
It's a great time, but it is time to sprint, y'all.
Sprinting. What are we sprinting to?
The top hour.
I have a banner for this. There we go.
There we go.
And yeah, Brian, that's a deal. Although, as long as if you're in a car with other people, I understand that. But if you're in a car by yourself, I think you don't need to wear a mask.
Especially if it's your car and you've been in it previously. That's just, yeah. I've seen people wear them on motorcycles, which is also kind of odd, but
I do wear mine while biking, so I can't say bicycling. So
Yeah.
I can't say anything about that. Sorry to interrupt the sprint, but thank you for following me on YouTube, Carolyn. That's all.
Carolyn is an amazing and supportive, like, wonderful person. I love her.
She seems very nice so far. Thank you for being great.
There was just a crash downstairs. I'm gonna go make sure everyone's alive.
Good plan.
Everybody's fine. The ladder blocking off our kitchen from our dog just got knocked over. So everything's good.
Kate is on today, man.
Well, Matt had to go to Omaha and he was gone overnight, and Cade gets like super hyper anytime anyone comes home, and especially if they've been gone forever. So he's like, I want to play.
Something just happened, and I'm just like, it was like an oh shit moment. I was like yelling. I'm like, I'm muted. That's all. Things happen on page 535.
I'm gonna try to forget that.
How'd y'all do?
Good. I read like 10-ish pages, I think. It's weird because I feel like I have to keep flipping back between like my physical book and my ebook. Because I'm like, new chapter starting, new people are here. I have to highlight things, and then I'm like, but I also want to like read the physical book. It's weird. It's a weird sensation.
So, like, I've kind of with the what is it called? The audiobooks that you gave us. It's like the graphic audiobook. So I tried to sit and read along with it, and it turns out that it skips like a lot of stuff. And I was like, wait, no, I can't. I can't
so basically it doesn't do the like person said, because it has a different like person for each. And so like, but also the way that it's said is how, so like those descriptors aren't there. So it's more so just a movie in your mind as their like tagline. So yeah, you can't sit there and read along while you're listening to it. It's impossible.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Lachette. We are going to be turning this live off and then doing another live so that we can start the discussion for HOA. So I'll make sure to put that in the Discord. I ended up like scribbling down an obnoxious amount of notes from chapters 7 and 8. One of the most prominent being that I officially love Yob. Like, he's the best. He's gonna be great. I like Calvin too, but as far as Shalon's story goes, I need y'all to continue being there because he's amazing. It's like, yes, he's such a win.
Yeah, part 3 is I think we're start to happen is what I'm noticing. I don't know if I've been like dancing when stuff happens, and I'm like, oh yeah. So yeah. I also have guac. I got a snack.
Heck yeah. So, is this your second read through of this?
Yes, and
okay.
I'm really enjoying it. I just generally am a rereader. I love to reread books, but there was things I missed the first time, so this has been good. And yeah, I'm excited for book 4. I'm trying really hard to not get any spoilers for that. But like, if they're everywhere, people keep posting them on the internet.
So I'm a slow reader, but I think in words and sounds, which is like different than most people. Like most people think very visually or in pictures. But I have to stop and like read every single word. So I'm not much of a rereader because whenever I go back and reread stuff, I'm like, I knew all this. Now with Mistborn and then this series, I think I'll end up rereading it for sure because there's just so much to it and there's a lot of nuance that I'm sure you could pick up on a reread.
Yeah, I bet like when book 5 comes out, it'll be a while because I think there's a few books coming out before he's starting Stormlight 5. So it'll be a while, so you'll need to reread them anyway. So there you go.
Right.
Yeah, I think before it'll get a little bit more tedious. Well, I guess book 5 is like the first arc, so maybe we won't reread the first 5 books when book 6 comes out. But like that could get really tedious, like rereading them all every time the book comes out.
I could see like skimming through the parts and being like, oh, okay, yeah, I remember this happened, and then this, and then like you skim through and it's like, oh, okay, and then this and this and that and the other. And Sanderson's pretty good at being like, and then this other thing. I noticed that was kind of like a frustration of mine with the Mistborn trilogy. I could really have skipped like the first 5 chapters of Mistborn, like each book.
Yeah.
The 2 sequels, because I was like, I already read all this.
I know that like I wouldn't feel the need to reread Mistborn Era 1 before like. Granted, I read them one after another, but they do enough of like flashbacks and like how things are connected between Arrow 2 and Arrow 1. So I kind of imagine that's like going to be the same for Stormlight. Because however Stormlight Arc 1 resolves, there's probably going to be a time jump, and then we're going to get Arc 2. I have no idea, but like that's just from what I've read pages, it seems like a pattern of something you would do.
Oh man.
So I imagine
The Paladin's in for 3 books, and there are time jumps between each book.
there are.
I don't know. Isn't that what you just said? There's a time jump?
Between the first 5 and the second 5.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I misunderstood.
Sorry, yeah, that I might have said that confusingly. Yeah.
I was like, is Paladin like 200 years old? But book 5, this is insane. I just put together something so like I'm on chapter 8. I finished chapter 8. It's where we're supposed to be today. So like, if anybody's listening, but I just now put together that the assassination at the beginning of the book was Yasna's dad, and I was like, oh, that's big news.
Have y'all gotten like the Dalinar Adolin chapters yet, or is that after?
I'm there.
I haven't yet.
I don't know if you're watching me, but I read the sentence and I was like, wait. These people are related to each other?
Oh no!
No, yeah, I will say, because I know how y'all were like earlier saying you like how he defines who's speaking in each chapter. The colon chapters, and I word them like that, have perspectives from both Dalinar and Adolin, and sometimes Elhokar has a perspective, but it's all in the one chapter. At least so far. I don't really remember specifics for like later in the book, but currently the chapters are typically split between Dalinar and Adolin. So, but like it flips back and forth, so you're like, wait, who am I hearing from right now?
Currently, the part 2 like intro page has Dalinar, Adol, however you say his name, and then I think all the people you said were like listed there. In the first chapter, you realize that 2 of those 3 are related, and you're like, wait, what? So they're both in this chapter?
Yes, they are. That's how they do the chapters.
So I also put together a little bit that like Shallan's memory and the way that she captures things, I think is like supposed to be Sanderson's magic system of photographic memory. I can't remember the line in particular, but I think it was like she blinked to get another memory of Yalb. And I was like, oh shit, she has photographic memory. That's her thing. So that's really fun.
Mm-hmm. Yes. That is fun.
And then she talks about how like she can learn things really fast. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, her artwork actually ends up being a really cool thing. I'm excited for y'all to get there. So
I want the cloth books that they were talking about. They sound glorious. They're bound in cloth. I want them.
Yep, that's a deal.
All right. Well, so let's get Casey, are you joining us for the Hero of Ages live?
I'm at an appointment, like a telehealth thing at 4, but I will be there until before that. So
okay. All right. That's cool with me. Sweet. All right. I'm going to start that and throw that up in the Discord, and we can meet everybody there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Bye.
Bye.